this is my informative speech. Have you ever been picked on or teased in school?
Sí.
Ever been shoved in a locker or had your money taken from a bully?
Sí.
Bullying is an ongoing and widespread problem in schools all over the world. Today, I'm going to be informing you on bullying in schools, the consequences, the causes of bullying, and how we can try to prevent bullying from happening in schools. First of all, what is bullying? Bullying can be defined as a repeated and systematic harassment and attacks on others. Bullies can be an individual person or groups of people. Some examples of bullying behaviors are physical violence, attacks, and verbal abuse, such as name-calling and put-downs, threats and intimidation, stealing of money and possessions, and even exclusion from peer groups. According to the school-based anti-violence program, statistics show that at least 15% of students are involved in bullying attacks. About 9% of those students are victims, and about 7% are the bullies repeatedly. Most of the victims are younger in age, and boys are more likely to be bullies than girls are. So, what causes children to be bullies? There are many factors that contribute to the bullying problems in schools. There are family factors, individual factors, and school factors. And according to research by Professor Dan O, a researcher of bullying, it is a myth that bullies are insecure underneath their bravado. Research shows that their self-esteem is actually on average or above average. His research shows that in the home, a number of child-rearing styles have been found to predict whether children will grow up to be aggressive bullies. And some of those styles are a lack of attention and warmth towards the child, together with modeling of aggressive behavior at home, and poor supervision of the child provide the perfect opportunity for aggression behaviors and bullying to occur. And studies also show that children who see their parents use physical or violence in the home towards each other tend to behave violently and aggressively in schools. As individual factors, children who have an active and impulsive temperament are more likely to be bullies than other children. Those with more physical strength than their peers also tend to be bullies, but not all children who are physically strong and active are bullies. And school factors, supervision plays a major role in school as far as bullying is concerned. Although teachers and the school administration have no control over the family and individual factors that determine whether the child will be more inclined to bullying, with good supervision and being able to recognize when a student is being bullied, and with appropriate intervention, the bullying in schools can be lowered. The victims of bullying are usually shy and passive and quiet in temperament. They lack confidence and have very few friends. They lack social support in school and don't react effectively towards aggressive behavior that the bullies put on them, and that makes them easy targets. These victims tend to be physically weaker and have low skills when it comes to making new friends. They tend to be ashamed or scared, so they suffer in silence because they're scared that it'll cause more torture and bullying if they tell an adult. It is a problem, and it can't be taken care of itself, and action needs to be taken. If action isn't taken soon enough, there will be long-term consequences, not only for the victims, but for the bullies and the bystanders of bullying. Victims of bullying tend to be unhappy. They suffer from anxiety, fear, and have low self-esteem. Sometimes they might try to avoid school and social activities to get away from being bullied. And there are also cases where people have killed themselves or committed suicide because of bullying. Other victims face psychological issues that interfere with their academic and social and emotional development. Dr. O did a follow-up study, and he found that former male victims, by the time they turned 20, they began to make a positive social adjustment, but they were still more depressed and more likely to have low self-esteem compared to groups of males who hadn't been bullied. Bullies' long-term outcomes are that they tend to continue to be aggressive during their adulthood, and they have a higher chance of having more criminal convictions. You might not think that the bystanders of bullying are affected, but they are. All children are negatively affected by bullying. Sometimes the children who don't initiate the bullying follow the bully's lead and harass the victims. Other children who see their peers getting bullied and not see intervention taken, or not see them get punished for their dealings, think that it's okay for them to do that, so they might be more aggressive than bullying children in school. And as you can see, bullying has a negative effect on everyone, and something needs to be done about it. So how can we stop bullying from happening in schools? We can demonstrate assertive behavior, teach social skills, and identify potential friendship problems and correct them. Teach common courtesy skills, identify ways to respond to bullies, and demonstrate the rewards of personal achievement by teaching children how to trust and value their own feelings, so that they will be more likely to resist peer pressures. And here's the poster. It says, "How can you stop bullying?" And if you see someone being bullied, you can help. Step in and protect someone who feels afraid and scared. And if the bully won't stop, get help from a teacher. So that's how children can help stop bullying. So I hope that we all learned something about bullying in schools, and that as the caring adults that we are, I hope that we'll be able to help stop bullying in the schools.